Welcome to the Mind Spark, bringing you the latest news from around the world. The headlines exploded across every screen and device. NASA live feed cut, mystery object vanishes, cosmic cover-up, global telescopes go dark, news tickers scrolled urgently, anchors scrambled to make sense of the chaos, and social media erupted with speculation. The world was gripped by a sense of collective confusion and awe, as if history itself had just been rewritten in real time. On June 12, 2025, NASA's Deep Space Network locked onto a new interstellar visitor designated XN 2025. The event was unprecedented. Millions tuned into a live stream, their eyes glued to a tiny flickering speck of light on their screens. Telemetry data scrolled by, numbers and graphs painting a picture of something both familiar and utterly alien. The anticipation was electric. XN 2025 was on a trajectory to pass closer to the Sun than Mercury, a path that promised new scientific insights and perhaps even a glimpse into the unknown. Scientists in control rooms around the globe buzzed with excitement, their voices hushed but urgent, as they monitored every blip and anomaly. For the public, it was a rare invitation to witness the unfolding of a cosmic mystery in real time. For hours, the live feed remained steady, a window into the vastness of space. Then, without warning, the impossible happened. The object slowed down, its velocity dropping in a way that defied every known law of physics. Telemetry screens flashed with bizarre readings, sudden deceleration, erratic energy signatures, data that simply didn't add up. For 30 seconds the world held its breath. News anchors stammered, their scripts useless in the face of the unknown. Was it a technical glitch, a sensor malfunction, or was something truly extraordinary unfolding before our eyes? The tension in mission control was palpable, as scientists exchanged worried glances and frantically checked their instruments. Suddenly the broadcast was cut. The screen went black, replaced by a sterile, emotionless message. "We are experiencing technical difficulties, please stand by." The familiar hum of data and commentary was replaced by an eerie silence. The feed never returned. Viewers around the world stared at their blank screens, waiting for answers that never came. Within minutes, a chilling pattern emerged. Global observatories, from the largest research facilities to amateur backyard setups, lost access to their data streams. Live feeds were abruptly terminated, and all telemetry was instantly encrypted and firewalled. It was as if a digital iron curtain had descended, slamming shut the window to XN 2025. The silence was deafening, a coordinated worldwide blackout. This was no accident, no random technical failure. It was a deliberate act of concealment, executed with precision and speed that left even seasoned scientists stunned. The world had been invited to witness a cosmic event, only to have the curtains yanked shut at the moment of truth. What happened out there, in the cold darkness beyond our planet, was suddenly off-limits, hidden from public view by forces unknown. The blackout itself became the story, a void where curiosity and wonder had once thrived. Questions multiplied, theories abounded, but answers were nowhere to be found. The sense of loss was profound, as if humanity had been denied a glimpse of something that could have changed our understanding of the universe forever. The message was unmistakable. Something extraordinary had occurred, and someone, somewhere, wanted it hidden from the world. The silence that followed was more terrifying than any revelation. It was a silence that spoke of secrets too great to share, of truths that might shake the foundations of what we know. In that darkness, the world was left to wonder, what did we almost see, and why was it taken from us? Before the blackout, scientists dubbed the object ʻOumuamua, a nod to the 2017 interstellar visitor, but this one was stranger. Unlike anything previously observed, it defied all expectations. The original Oumuamua had sparked debate and curiosity, but ʻOumuamua immediately set itself apart, capturing the attention of every major observatory on Earth. Teams worked around the clock, poring over data, trying to make sense of what they were witnessing. The sense of anticipation was electric, as if the world was holding its breath. Its trajectory was bizarre, making a course correction near Jupiter impossible for a natural object. The object's path bent sharply, as if it was responding to some unseen command, ignoring the gravitational rules that bind asteroids and comets. This maneuver was so precise, so deliberate, that it left even the most skeptical scientists speechless. It seemed to navigate, as if it had a destination. The object's movements were calculated, almost intelligent, suggesting a level of control that no natural body could possess. It was as if it was following a map only it could see, threading its way through the solar system with purpose. Then, the unthinkable. It stopped, shedding speed with no visible propulsion. The deceleration was abrupt, violating every known law of motion. No jets, no thrusters, nothing to explain how it halted so suddenly in the vacuum of space. For a moment it hung motionless, defying physics. The object hovered in the void as if pausing to observe, or perhaps to announce its presence. Scientists watched in awe and disbelief, realizing they were witnessing something unprecedented. That alone sent shockwaves through science. newsrooms buzzed with speculation, and urgent meetings were called at every major space agency. The world's leading minds scrambled to interpret the data, knowing that history was unfolding in real time. But then it transmitted, a faint, structured, repeating pulse, aimed at Earth. The signal was unmistakable, a pattern that could not be explained by any natural process. It was as if the object was reaching out, trying to make contact. It wasn't random noise, it was artificial. The pulse repeated with mathematical precision, hinting at intelligence behind its creation. Analysts worked feverishly to decode its meaning, aware that this could be the first message from an extraterrestrial source. The visitor wasn't just passing by, it was trying to communicate. The implications were staggering, raising questions humanity had only dared to imagine. Was this a greeting, a warning, or something else entirely? The implications were staggering. This was no rock, but a probe, or perhaps a vessel. Its design, its actions, and its message all pointed to a purpose far beyond anything nature could produce. The possibility of contact with another civilization suddenly felt real and terrifying. It moved with purpose, acted with intention, and reached out to us. Every maneuver, every signal seemed to be part of a larger plan. Humanity was no longer alone in the universe. We had been noticed. The universe suddenly felt alien and unpredictable. The familiar night sky was now filled with new possibilities and new fears. Our place in the cosmos had changed forever. The ghost in the machine had revealed itself. In that moment, humanity stood at the threshold of a new era, one defined not by what we know but by the mysteries that had just begun to unfold. NASA and other agencies maintained silence, fueling public anxiety. Behind the scenes, panic reigned. Emergency meetings, classified briefings, scientists silenced. The spirit of open inquiry was replaced by secrecy. As a physicist, I felt compelled to speak. Hiding this event is a grave mistake. Secrecy breeds mistrust. Humanity deserves to know. This is a global issue, not a national one. The laws of physics had been broken before our eyes. The scientific community was in chaos. Debate raged between disclosure and secrecy. The data from those final moments was under intense scrutiny. The possibility that we are not alone was no longer theoretical. Certainty unraveled, replaced by urgent, profound questions. The universe had shifted beneath our feet. The signal was the most tantalizing clue, a whisper from the cosmos that set every scientist on edge. It was as if the universe itself had paused, holding its breath, waiting for us to notice. SETI and other observatories captured it almost simultaneously, a simple, repeating sequence of pulses that defied the randomness of cosmic noise. The data was clear, the pattern unmistakable. The pattern? Prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on, marching forward in perfect order. These numbers, indivisible and fundamental, are the building blocks of mathematics, recognized by any advanced mind. Prime numbers are a universal sign of intelligence, a code that transcends language and culture. To send them is to say, we understand logic, we seek connection. It was a mathematical hello, a deliberate announcement. We are here, and we think. The message was crafted with care, as if the sender knew it would be scrutinized by curious minds across the stars. The signal was patient, methodical, endlessly repeating. It didn't rush or demand attention, but waited, confident that someone would eventually listen and understand. Not noise, but a cosmic metronome, clean, precise, intelligent. Each pulse was a heartbeat from another world, a steady rhythm that echoed through the void. For decades, we broadcast messages into space hoping for a reply. We sent our own prime numbers, our music, our greetings, casting them like bottles into a cosmic ocean. Now, a reply had come, parked on our doorstep, unmistakable in its intent. It was as if someone had finally picked up our message and answered in kind. Scientists scrambled to decode it, racing against time and uncertainty. But just as the breakthrough seemed within reach, a sudden blackout silenced the effort, plunging the control room into darkness and confusion. The mathematical whisper was cut off, leaving us with the knowledge that we'd been spoken to, but forbidden to hear the rest. The silence that followed was deafening, filled with questions and regret. The prime numbers lingered, a testament to the intelligence waiting in the dark, a reminder that we are not alone, even if the conversation was interrupted. The message was clear, but the conversation was stolen from us. We were left with only fragments, haunted by the possibility of what might have been shared. We were left with a haunting silence, a silence that speaks of mysteries yet unsolved, and the hope that one day, the universe will speak to us again. To grasp ʻOumuamua's significance, look back to its predecessor. In 2017, Oumuamua, a tumbling cigar-shaped object, passed through our solar system, showing unexplained acceleration. Some suggested it was alien technology, but most dismissed the idea. Oumuamua was a curiosity, soon forgotten. ʻOumuamua is different. It stopped, it signaled, it demanded attention. The questions of 2017 are now urgent problems. This shift, from passive to active, has alarmed scientists. If the first was driftwood, this is a ship dropping anchor. Was Oumuamua a scout? Now that idea feels plausible. The stranger has returned, and this time it wants to talk. Scientists now consider the Sentinel hypothesis. Oumuamua isn't a spaceship, but a sensor. An ancient autonomous probe, part of a galactic network, designed to watch. These sentinels lie dormant, waiting for a trigger, like our radio signals. The prime number signal may have been an activation, not a greeting. It stopped to observe, to gather data on our civilization. We have grown up under the gaze of a cosmic observer. The sentinel doesn't interfere, it observes and reports. The question: what happens after the alarm is sounded? Its silence now makes sense. Its mission may be complete. Is it waiting for instructions or simply compiling a report card on humanity? The sky is a one-way mirror, and we are the experiment. With the Sentinel hypothesis, astronomers are re-examining history. The 1977 WOW signal, mysterious fast radio bursts. Could these be sentinels activating or communicating? Even events like the Tunguska explosion are being reconsidered. As our detection improved, we may have stumbled on more evidence of this network. The secrecy isn't just about Oumuamua, it's the culmination of years of unsettling discoveries. Our first contact may have been happening for decades, unnoticed. Oumuamua is not the beginning, but the moment the watchers made themselves known. The pattern was always there. Now, we're forced to see it. Then, the impossible. NASA received a signal from Voyager 1, 15 billion miles away. Voyager, nearly dead, was never meant to receive a reply to complex transmissions. Yet, after Oumuamua's signal, Voyager responded. It sent back a burst of data, not standard telemetry, but a binary message. The rumored content: mankind is not ready. NASA was stunned. The data stream was immediately classified. Oumuamua had not only transmitted but reprogrammed our probe from afar. The power imbalance was absolute. Voyager, our ambassador, became the messenger of a chilling verdict. The blackout intensified, not just to prevent panic, but to hide a truth too terrible to share. We had been judged and found wanting. The silence grew heavier, the verdict echoed in the void. This is not just contact, it is judgment. The Sentinel hypothesis and Voyager's reply suggest a galactic system for evaluating emerging species. We are being tested on technology, unity, ethics. Oumuamua's arrival was the final exam. Our reaction, secrecy, division, may have been the answer. The silence now is the most terrifying part. The observation phase may be over, the judgment passed. What comes next? Isolation, quarantine, or something final? The stars haven't changed, but our place among them has. The verdict is coming, and the silence is the sound of a gavel about to fall.